Can you imagine? Just listen to this video of Shore. He made a lot of shocking revelation, and he was so, you know, he was so convinced about what he said, and he meant every word. Even when they were telling him use that allegedly, he said no. He's saying it with his full chest, and that is where this question comes in: that why is it that the Yorubas are so comfortable with the criminals who are in their midst to continue to lead them, not only them but to the entire Nigeria? Just watch this video and we'll come back with our thoughts.
Just watch this video with me.
We need to get your opinion, Comrade Shore, on this raging controversy involving the president's chief of staff, Mr. Gbajabiamila, involving a certain Prince Adeni Adeyemi, who claimed he gave 400 million naira to get the job as Director General of the Presidential Foreign Intervention or Investment Protection Promotion Council, remaining outstanding 200 million to pay. Even though he has been denied by the presidency and all of those, the middleman he gave the 400 million to pass on to Mr. Gbajabiamila died under mysterious circumstances in a hotel in Utako. We later on got to know, even yesterday, by this same man, that the hotel was hurriedly pulled down.
Wow.
And all of those.
I have been in prison.
And the parents have been arrested. Anyway, so how did you receive all of this? And what's your feedback?
Nothing was a surprise to me. And the reason that was that when I was actively publishing on Sahara Reporters as an investigative reporter, I came upon the first story of Femi Gbajabiamila having stolen his client's money, $25,000.
The same Femi Gbajabiamila?
Yes.
This same
Femi Gbajabiamila.
Are you sure it's the same person?
Yes. So in Atlanta.
He stole $25,000
from one of his clients. And that was what led him to run away from the US. Came back to Nigeria and
what year was this?
This must have been in the 2000s. I can't remember the exact year. So when I did the story, I never knew who he was. And then someone called me, Abike Dabiri.
The same honorable?
Yes. He said, Shore, I knew him when we were students. He used to work at NTA.
That's, you knew her?
Yes. Okay. So I knew her. And I said, I haven't heard from you in a while. And he said, what did my brother do to you? I said, who's your brother? I said, Gbaja now. He said, there's a story that you wrote about him on Sahara Reporters. Is there any way we can do to help him? Oh, wow. I said, so you know a thief? She laughed. And that was the last I heard of the story. So I wasn't surprised. In fact, if you read the excerpts of the investigation that was done, Gbaja actually, in an attempt to cover up, got money from Lagos and tried to pay back the money so as to cover up the crime. In Atlanta, Georgia. So
it was disbarred by the Georgia State
as a result of that.
Wow.
Yes, this is public record. Wow. You can look for it and read it. So not surprised. And this is how Nigeria got to where it is, by recruiting criminals to lead the country in various sectors.
Yes. You mean the story is public?
It is public, yeah.
So how did Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila become elected as House of Reps member, became not just House of Reps member, majority leader, and then he became speaker?
Ask yourself, how did Tinubu become president? How did he become senator, governor, and president? Without a real age, a real certificate that we know of, and with the baggage of drug trafficking. How did Dapo Abiodun become governor? With the baggage of a drug conviction in the US as
well.
You
mean the governor of Ogun State?
Ogun State.
Has a drug conviction
of course, in the US. So a lot of these guys who are now within our political leadership system are ex-convicts, former criminals, con men, 419ers, drug dealers, money launderers. That's where Nigeria is today. If you look at a majority of their backgrounds, you dig and find out that they've been involved in one criminal activity or the other. That's why they get upset when people like us call them criminal, because they know that we have the force of facts and evidence behind it, including a moral declaration that they cannot get over. So, are you then surprised that Gbaja took 400 million naira from somebody and he still left?
It's an allegation, not proven yet.
Well, my lawyer, Femi Falana, is the one helping the prince to prove his case. In the back end, we have already seen all the evidence.
Okay.
Yes, of how the transaction, you have mentioned some of it, how the person who transferred the money was killed, and the house where the transaction, the hotel where it took place has been pulled down because there are other criminal networks involved that are interested in covering this up. Don't forget that there are several other persons who have made allegations against Gbaja about how he extorts money from them. I know of a case that I can tell you here, that when the guy was appointed to head NEFUND, he said the pressure was so much.
NEFUND, the student loans organization.
Yes. He said, Gbaja was very clear. There's been another story of a guy, Obaze, who was investigating Buhari's former private secretary, that one that used to sell Richard Card, who became a billionaire, Tunde Sabiu. They call him Tunde Idiagbon, which was born around the time Idiagbon was deputy to Buhari. And Obaze was investigating him. He had already agreed to part with some money, properties, and at the point, they said, but I sent a message to him. A message to him that he should not talk to Obaze anymore. He should talk to him directly, and they can settle this. That was how Tunde Idiagbon never appeared in the radar of the corrupt
Any of
guy.
the investigative
Even that
agencies?
happened. Baja was the one who killed that investigation, took his own share of the money.
This is just allegation, sure.
When you're talking to Shore, you can remove allegation from because I exist. You can come and sue me if you think I lied against you.
I saw this Sore's interview on the WhatsApp story of one of my bosses, and I was like, let me just listen to you. Honestly speaking, if you know me for so long, I always go hard on Sore. Why? Because I feel like most times I'm like, this guy, yes, your intentions might be pure, your agenda might be pure, and what you think about the country might be pure, but there's always this backhand to Sore. I don't want to dive into that right now, but and just because of that, I almost always don't watch his interviews. Because of that preconceived mindset I already have about the man. But I watched this one. For the person that posted it to post it, I was like, it is worth watching. And I watched it. And I said, please, sir, can you send me this interview? This is one interview that every Nigerian needs to watch. You don't like him, you like him, watch this interview for yourself. And from this whole interview, you can see names have been called. Individuals have been mentioned in this interview. And I really want to ask this question, honestly speaking, from the very deep part of my heart to our Southwestern brothers and sisters. Why the comfortability with criminals representing the Southwest today? Why this comfortability? Look at the people that this man is calling their names. Femi Gbajabiamila, Dapper Abiodun, Bola Tinubu, Abike Dabiri. That all I grew up loving this woman. I can't forget her program on Sundays at 9 p.m. I love this woman. So Abike Dabiri, oh God. You see Nigeria, I say that I've always said that Nigeria is a place that you can grow up and you watch your heroes turn to villains. You watch people that you eulogize turn to criminals. I've made previous videos. I grew up looking up to people like the Masai Dokubo as freedom fighters. Look at them today. We grew up looking up to Adams Oshomole as a voice of the people. Look at him today. Look at the country that we are in today. Just look at what this man has said here. Look at can a character of Femi Gbajabiamila. Don't we do background checks? We don't do background checks in the country, actually. Should Femi Gbajabiamila have any semblance he should not even be a chairman in the local government. He should not even be a councillor of any ward in Nigeria. But here he is, occupying the position of the chief of staff to the president of our country with such a reputation. So when you see people talk about, oh, this government is trying, this government is doing things economically, this government is, it just take time. Let me tell you people, Nigerians, that see, forget the propaganda, forget the agenda, forget whatever policies are telling you. If any government does not have a zero stance on corruption, Nigeria can never work. Let them go. I can go hire 1,000,001 white people to come out and read for you. Because they say, oh, Nigerian economy is now getting better. A white person, you see how the program, I saw a video, I don't even mention who said it, but that they were showing a white girl on a laptop saying Nigeria Naira is now one of the strongest. And I'm like, so Nigerians need the white man to validate our reality that we're seeing in our country. That is APC for you. A government of criminals for criminals by criminals. If you're not ready to tackle corruption as a country, if we're not ready for that, let me tell you everything, nothing will work in this country. Because the more you work, the more the corrupt steal. The money that these people have been allegedly accused of stealing can fix so many parts of the country, can fix so many things in the country. But here we are today. I just want to say, this Sore interview really hit me in a very deep part. I was like, oh God. We have to find a way, man. Mr. Sore, all of us have to work together, so I don't know how we're going to do this, man. But we have to find a way to work. We have to find a way of coming out and saying enough is enough. I don't know how it's going to be and that's why I've always come for how can we come together as an opposition? How can we keep our differences and our ambitions aside and focus on Nigeria? Can we start, if we allow these criminals in 2020 come back in 2027? If everybody understands the ramification of the Tinubu's coming back in 2027, we all drop our egos, our ambitions, our agendas, and rally towards Nigeria. Nigeria's soul is at stake. Nigeria's soul is at stake. Many people don't understand this. I hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late for us.
Yes, that is the question. That why is it that the Yoruba people are so comfortable with criminal leaders in their region? Why? Just after listening to all these things, I don't understand. The next thing they know. That was why the Tinubu did not win in 2023. He didn't win in Lagos. He didn't win Abuja. And you are telling me that somebody is popular? Like, seriously? And he had the backing of a Buhari and the APC and being the incumbent party holding powers at that time. Why will he not win? Because there was just this simple, just a small friction among them when they talked about a changing of Naira, changing of one thing. Oh, Buhari wanted to change and all of that before El-Rufai came and brought all these things, all these things up. And he now became the president by whichever means. All of them, they never liked him. But you now know that tribalism is embedded in these people. Because if it is not tribalism, tell me, oh my goodness, apologies to Yoruba people, because I've been seeing a lot of them online, group by group, who are speaking against this man, that this man has never been anything than being criminally minded. Just like this man described him, Dele Farutimi is a career criminal. See all of them. There are many like that too. There are so many like that. Can you imagine? When they see something, why is it that they are so comfortable? But we must give it to Showore. I swear, the guy is fearless. I don't understand, but whatever Showore is doing, I don't want to know. But for the fact that he's opening their ears, I don't understand why people are saying that. I think it's still part of the propaganda to say, oh, Showore is working for Tinubu, he's doing this and this and that, this and that. For the fact that, like I said, he doesn't want to have anything to do with Peter Obi. He's man of himself as well. He doesn't want to align with anybody. Like I've said again, majority of the obedience are really lovers of this man called Showore. Nobody is perfect. You can take that to the bank. No one is perfect. So there's nobody can challenge Tinubu like the way this Showore has been opening and exposing all of them. And all of them I didn't know Yorubas. This is how the master strategist built people. He was building criminal gang. If corruption is not favorable, it's crime. But what is favorable is connection. Well, the answer is simple. Who is the president? Can't you see the increase in Yahoo boys? I keep asking this question. Never grew up in Lagos, but shocked and wonder why Lagos picked the worst Tinubu. These are the men that say Tinubu builds. Yeah, they build people. We know they build anybody. See them. Go to Dr. Kemi Lawyer's page. You will hear the full story of Gbaja. Showore will make a great president. Why do you look down on his potentials? How old is Ibrahim Traore? Is he older than Showore? See the changes he has done. That one, you know how he enter that place, and that is what Nigeria needs. Yes, we need to work with Showore, no matter what it will take. I don't know what it will take. Not only the Southwest, bro, the entire Nigeria, they are loving all these criminals. Yes, it is not only Southwest. Somebody saying we should not even relate it to South alone. After Fela, na Showore, what a fearless man. Oga, I salute your guts. Showore and VDM. Very clear that one. Which one big VDM? Why then did Falana withdraw from the case? Is it that they have forgotten him? It is a family business and no one rat out their family. One thing again that Showore said, that they know the end, they are the back end. They know say like Gbajabiamila, because don't forget one top lawyer came out and said after checking the documents, the way and manner he was trying to say, oh, they should investigate, that they should not tell this guy to resign. Of course, we know what he's trying, where he's driving at. This man, GT Ogunye. We know, everybody knows the truth. Yeah, it's not say we don't know, we know.